What if the key to unlocking your next level of growth is not about working harder or chasing perfection? What if I told you that just shifting a few key mindsets that you can change your life completely? This video will be discussing 5 mindset shifts that can completely change your life, level up, and become closer to the person that you want to be. These mindsets totally change the way that I perceive myself, my life, and those around me. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Isabel. On this channel, we talk all things about investing in your physical and mental health, all while maintaining balance. So if you want to level up in all areas of your life, come along for the ride and let's get on with the video. In other words, don't believe everything that you think. As much as our minds help us to learn, grow, and thrive, it can sabotage us if we don't pay attention to the thoughts that we are thinking about. So our brain creates shortcuts to make sense of all the information that we receive and attend to. So these shortcuts, also known as cognitive errors, and lead us to make errors in our thinking, perception, and decision making. This distorted thinking then translates to the way that we behave, the actions that we take or don't take. So do you have random thoughts like these that creep into your mind? It could be something that someone said, something that we have seen or heard that draws us to these conclusions. And I'm here to remind you that what you think is not necessarily the truth. So here are 6 ways that our brains will lie to us. Overgeneralization. So this is when we face one challenge or negative outcome and we become convinced that this will be repeated in the future for similar situations. For example, I didn't get this job offer, so I wouldn't get the next one. The all or nothing thinking. This is where we see things as only black and white. For example, either everything is totally great or everything is a total disaster. The mental filter. So this is when we recall negative outcomes, events, or interactions that have happened to us throughout our course of life. This is when we recall all negative outcomes, events, or interactions that may have happened to us over our course of life, and shut out anything positive that has occurred. Next is the should statement. This occurs when we try to motivate ourselves by dwelling on things that we think that we should have already achieved. And we judge ourselves critically and often unfairly. For example, it could look like thinking that I should have already achieved a certain level at my career. And lastly is mind reading. So this happens when we make quick assumptions and conclude that someone is thinking negatively about us even without any concrete evidence. For example, getting upset if someone has not replied to our text immediately without considering the other possible reasons why the text might have been delayed. So we are quick to jump to assumptions that are often narrow, misleading, and just false. There's so much to unpack in all of these 6 lies, but the main point is that our minds can lie to us and we ourselves need to be convinced of that. And this is a really powerful mindset to have, because the next time that you come across a negative thought, you don't have to believe it straight away and be affected by it, but you can evaluate it and see there are actually concrete evidence to support those thoughts. So the stronger that this mindset is ingrained in you, the better decisions that you'll make, and definitely the happier you'll be. So trying to make everyone like you comes at a cost. This is at the cost of your peace, your well-being, and being able to truly be yourself. And as someone who was a major people pleaser, I can attest to that. In the past, I made it my life's mission for everyone to be happy with me. As long as others were happy with me, I didn't really care if I was happy or not. And it came to a point where I didn't even know what made me happy anymore. And I kind of lost myself in my pursuit of trying to make everyone like me. So if you're listening to this and you feel that you can relate, or you find yourself slowly easing into this people-pleasing mindset, I'm here to assure you that it is possible to change the way that you think. So I think everybody's journey is different, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you exactly what you can do to get past this. But all I can share with you is what I did. So basically, I prioritized knowing myself again. So I spent more time with myself, and I was intentional in taking notice of the things that I liked and I didn't like. So just like in a relationship, we have to put in effort to get to know the other person. For me, I had to build that relationship with myself again. And what I found is that by building that relationship with myself, I had a greater appreciation for myself. I started to realize that I'm my own person and I'm also unique and special. So I have things that I like that others might not, and that's completely fine. And I might have opinions that others might not see eye to eye with, and that doesn't mean that I'm wrong or my opinions are any less important than anyone else's. I also spent a lot of time journaling, and I poured my heart out onto those pages. And this helped me to realize that I'm also someone who has feelings and emotions, and it is okay to express them. So truly, we are not made for the whole world to approve of us. Sometimes the people closest to us might not agree with us on every single thing, and that's okay. We're all human, and sometimes we just think differently and feel differently for different things. And when you can accept that, your life will completely change. It will be so much easier for you to put yourself out there, and you can truly experience life without compromising on who you truly are, and that is an amazing feeling. Thinking of starting a business, or want to reconcile that relationship, or thinking about going on that holiday that you have been thinking about for the past 5 years. I hate to break it to you, there's no perfect moment to do it. Waiting for that perfect moment will only stop you from reaching your goals. If you want to do something, just go for it. So all I ever wanted was to have my own YouTube channel. I remember back when I was 16 or 17, wondering what it would be like to have my own channel where I can post videos, share my life, and build something special here. But instead of starting on my channel, I spent the next 8 years behind my computer, watching other YouTubers and wishing I could do the same. It was only when I met my husband that he encouraged me to start my own channel. He taught me that there's no perfect time to do something and we just gotta do it. And so here's me telling you today that just go and do it. It probably won't be easy and you have to step out of your comfort zone. But you gotta make a choice of whether you want to feel the pain of stepping out or feel the pain of regretting that you didn't. For me, deep down, I knew that if I didn't start my own channel, I would regret it. So if you're waiting for that perfect moment or an epiphany to somehow motivate you to get started, you'll only be wasting opportunities. And as hard as it is to hear, it's the truth. Even if perfect moments do exist, we never truly know when those moments are. So many factors come into play when making life decisions or when things just involve other people. The best that we can do is to be intentional and take action once we know what we should do. And when you're able to come to the realization that there is no perfect moment, your life will completely change. You will seize opportunities as they come, be more adventurous, and definitely take more risks. You'll be more open to others and also reconcile any grievances in your life. You will realize that life is short and the only moments that we have are those right now. And your life will change as you start taking on the things that you truly want in life. And before you know it, you'll realize that your life is actually closer to the life that you want and you're closer to becoming the person that you want to be. So have you ever been discouraged by your own progress? Maybe you're working towards making healthier choices like exercising more regularly, but somehow you can't stick to it. And instead of being active 3 times a week, you only go to the gym once a week. Or maybe you're trying to change certain habits but can't break free from them. I'm here to remind you that this is normal. Growth is not a constant progression upwards. And I think this picture just sums it up perfectly. There will be ups and downs, and in the day-to-day, it might even seem that things are getting worse. But in the long term, you'll see an upward trend. Expecting growth to be linear will only slow down your progress. Expecting things to go smoothly and according to plan 100% of the time will only lead to disappointment, which will make your journey less sustainable because you are constantly weighed down and upset that you're not where you want to be yet. I used to be so hard on myself because I didn't understand how growth works. I expected myself to be like a robot, and as soon as I press the button, the brain will automatically make better decisions for myself. Or that the things in my life will magically become better because I decided that I want it to be better. It made the growth journeys in my life so much more difficult to get through. If you can see your growth in ebbs and flows, your life will completely change for the better. You'll be kinder to yourself, more resilient, more patient in situations and endeavors. You're more likely to continue on because you're already mentally prepared for days that do not go according to plan. More than that, you'll also show more grace to those around you. You'll be able to be more compassionate and more willing to forgive. So in short, the way that you relate to yourself and others will be better, and that will change your life. So when I heard this piece of advice, my mind was completely blown. Because I know that I should have gratitude for everything in my life, but sometimes it's just so hard to be blindly thankful. But this phrase completely changed my approach to gratitude. Instead of forcing myself to feel thankful, reminding myself that someone would kill to be in the position that I'm in really grounds me. It sort of snaps me back into reality and seeing things from a bigger point of view instead of just focusing on my discomfort. And no, it doesn't have to be big things. So maybe you're stuck in your 9 to 5 and you come home every day feeling lost, or you're just so done with school and exams and you just want to quit. But someone in this world would kill to have the job that you have now, or someone in this world would kill to be studying what you are studying right now, to be able to put food on the table, or have access to education, or to have a roof over their heads. So telling yourself that you get to do this, that you get to feel the pain and discomfort because of the opportunities that you have, will greatly reduce the urge to go through the motions and complain about things. Your life will completely change when you look at things through the lens of privilege. Everything that we have is a privilege. Our bodies, our relationships, our careers. It's even a privilege to be alive right now. There will be less negativity, less complaints, and less laziness. And your life will definitely be better for sure. Our minds are a powerful thing and it can literally make or break us. Everything that we gravitate towards is a result of what we allow or what we don't allow ourselves to think. If we can change our mindsets, we definitely can change our lives. So let me know down below on which mindset you want to get started on working on. I'd love to hear from you guys and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!